I've always been fascinated with Ao, the Dawn Sky. Ao is a white 5-mana 5/4 with flying and vigilance, who gives us a choice when he dies. We can either look at the top 7 cards of our library and then put any number of non-land permanents with total mana value 4 or less onto the battlefield, or we can put 2+1/+1 counters on all our creatures and vehicles. Ao is a really strange card, especially if we play him as our commander. His stats are decent, and he has a really valuable keyword combo that allows him to attack freely. But aside from bonking into people, he doesn't really do anything until he dies. Still, that death trigger is pretty good. Looking at 7 cards is actually a pretty deep glance into our library, and White has access to really nice and efficient permanents, meaning we get to build a reasonable board when Ao dies. So Ao keeps attacking our opponents, but they don't want to kill him, so they can't block. But he's got vigilance, so they can't attack us either, because we will block and then Ao dies anyways. Ao may not look like it, but he actually has a mildly domineering combat presence. I've also always been fascinated by Felidar Retreat. Felidar Retreat is a 4-mana enchantment with a Landfall ability that lets us either create a 2/2 cat or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature we control, alongside giving them vigilance until end of turn. This is a really powerful card that's white for some reason. Probably balance reasons. Can you imagine Felidar Retreat in green? Well, to be fair, more often than not it is played in green. But I like the idea of not doing that, because that represents an interesting challenge. How do we get enough land drops to make Felidar Retreat powerful without green's generic ramp? Well, white has access to some very good ramp as well. Cards like Claim Jumper, Sand Scout and Cartographer's Hawk all let us ramp lands as long as we have less than an opponent. While this requirement to be behind may seem difficult to fulfill, there are actually lots of little tricks we can pull off to make it easier. We can delay land drops, or play Bounce and Lotus lands, or sacrifice our lands. Aura Fracture is a great card there, a 3-mana enchantment that lets us sacrifice a land to destroy an enchantment. Aura Fracture lets us reduce our land count while also acting as removal. By actively managing our land count, including being willing to reduce it, we can reliably use catch-up ramp for the entire game. This process will also place lots of lands in our graveyard, which is fantastic for the other way white can ramp: reanimation. Sun Titan, Redemption Choir, and the restoration of Eiganjo let us return non-specific permanents from our graveyard, including lands. While we're at it, let's add Second Sunrise and Face Reward into the mix. Instant speed cards that return all our permanents that died this turn back to the battlefield. Pair those with generic sacrifice like Claws of Kicks and Renounce. And now we can cycle lands in and out of our graveyard while protecting our board and generating mana and card advantage. The card advantage comes from the other permanents entering and leaving the battlefield. Alright, perfect. So we have AO, and AO can die and find Felidar Retreat. And we now have lands that enter all the time, so we can do sick land stuff that will fuel our Felidar Retreat and the other 3 landfall cards that we have. Unfortunately, white just doesn't have a lot of good landfall payoffs. Felidar Retreat is by far the best. Retreat to Emeria is pretty much the exact same card, just worse in every regard except for mana. Emeria Angel is alright at least, creating 1/1 flyers instead of 2/2s, and it's a creature itself, so there's some value there. And finally, we have Emeria Shepherd, which is a very strong card that lets us reanimate something upon landfall. But unfortunately, it costs 7 mana, which is of course quite expensive. So our landfall payoffs are limited, but the good news is that Ao can find 3 of them. Did I call Ao AO earlier? I think so. I think I just did that a second ago. Look, I just like calling him AO because then I can go like AO, and I think that's fun. It's just, anyways, Ao works really well with the remainder of our shell. Sacrificing and reanimating a creature with a powerful death trigger is just a good strategy, especially if we slap in a handful more targeted reanimation spells. Another fun way to get death triggers is to just play Sweepers. This deck is really resilient to Sweepers from our opponents, which funnily enough also means it's resilient to our own sweepers. And in some weird way, planar cleansing could be considered a sacrifice outlet. It just also happens to sacrifice all of our opponent's stuff as well. And it's not repeatable, which is actually just the cool thing about this deck. This is a recursion deck that can only recur a limited number of times, so we need to be very careful and precise with the opportunities that we find and use. Now I know, even though I call this a landfall deck, and it does play like one, we are doing lots of land stuff. It doesn't always do landfall things, because we need very specific cards for that, and there's no guarantee we'll find them. And I don't really like playing just hard two-doors, so occasionally I just don't find the landfall stuff. But honestly, even if we don't, there's still lots of cool things to do here. So, here are just a few other cards that are in the deck that I think are really sick. Lotus Bloom is usually a bit of a mid card, despite being a black lotus, because we need to suspend it for 3 turns. But Ao can put it right into play, and it's a great target for reanimation since it generates lots of mana. I also added Blade of Cells to give Ao Myriad, which is very powerful because the tokens enter and immediately die to the legend rule, giving us 2 death triggers. And with those, we might even want to occasionally just buff our board instead of expanding it. Finally, we play a bit of an unusual finisher, but it makes a lot of sense here. Jazal Goldmane. Jazal is a 4-mana 4/4 with First Strike and an activated ability that for 5 mana gives our attacking creatures power and toughness equal to the number of attacking creatures. It's an overrun we can find with Ao, and that we can pump lots of mana into, which works great with our land shenanigans. We tend to have a lot of mana, so it's fine to just spend mana on Jazal. Finally, we play a bit of removal and card draw. And that's it. This is my mono-white landfall deck that I actually have in real life and that I absolutely adore. It's a deck centered around a bunch of very specific ideas that require lots of work to be accomplished. But that takes us on a really interesting journey of trying to accumulate the right pieces and finding the right moments. It's definitely a bit of a strange deck, but I think that's what makes it so fun. Let me show you! I hosted a few Bracket 2 games on MTGO, here's my favorite of the bunch. But first, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and support me on Patreon, where you can also find all of my deck lists, this one included. This deck is around $55 or so it's very much still in the budget range. Anyways, let's get into it. You want a die roll, would you like to play first? Yes, of course, although if there is ever a deck where you can make an argument for not going first, this is the one. I'm not really looking forward to playing against this, mostly because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna play a sweeper, destroy all of their artifacts, and then they're going to leave. Ooh, Leyline Axe. Okay, I respect that. Min, Wily Illusionist. This is a cool card, I like Min. Okay, there's some scary stuff going on already. And then old Stink Fingers. Oh, we've discarded. What is it? Stinkweed Imp. Ahaha, okay. Alright, Dunes of the Dead, Blade of Cells. Oh, this is actually such a nice curve. I wish for like a Solemn or something along those lines. Okay, we have Dredged. So there's a bunch in our graveyard now, and now we're playing our first land. If you think it's worth it, Cartographer's Hawk. Is that the best possible card for us to draw? It's up there. Cartographer's Hawk, Lotus Field. We sacrifice our garbage. We make a zombie. Look at this! I can Myriad the Cartographer's Hawk. Oh my god! I'm very interested in seeing how this plays out. Alright, there's Myria. Luckily, we have a zombie to block with. So Blade of Cells, this Cartographer's Hawk. Then we attack, and I'm gonna attack here, because ideally I would like to keep this one on the board. I would like to make a Myriad token, and I would like to make another Myriad token. They trigger. I want to use this ability. I get a Plains. Does the second one also trigger? It does? Oh, that is so sick. Oh my god. We're ramping. But now, unfortunately, I won't be able to do that again. I think I'm about to get smacked. And if I get smacked too hard, I'm just gonna clear the board. Dark Steel Plate. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's actually a big problem, yeah. Good news is that we're not currently dying, I don't think so. Oh, the Dawn Sky. And then I think I'm just gonna throw down this pennant as well. I should not have done that. Actually, now that I think about it, that was a mistake. Oh well. Lost GT. How dead are we? Quite dead, quite dead. I mean, admittedly, there's not actually that much damage yet, right? It seems like we got away with it. I might just be like overly scared of Miria. I just see this card and I see a broken card, right? I think this is such a stupid card. This is so obviously overpowered. And I'm not saying that every deck using a strong commander like that is, you know, automatically gonna be a problem, but it does give me anxiety every single time. I mean, Stick Fingers seems to be pretty chill. I gotta be honest, I think you would have been better off just playing your turn 1 land. A friend of mine made a similar play a little while ago, but he was going first, not last. He was first and he skipped his first turn, effectively making himself go last, so he could put a Wonder into the graveyard. And I think that made sense. That's a fair trade-off. Like, would you start off a game with Wonder in your graveyard if that meant, like, as, I guess, for going last, right? You go last, but you have Wonder in your graveyard. I think, yeah, that sounds fair. Actually, you know what? That's a pretty good trade-off. All right, play this. Take this sword, stick it on this dragon. Thank you very much. And then we hit Myriad. So this is where it gets fun. I would like to make a copy of AO the Dawn Sky and would like to make another copy of AO the Dawn Sky. AO the Dawn Sky. I would like to keep the regular one. And I would like to put both of these triggers onto the stack. I think we just grab both of these, even though the Loyal Warhound doesn't really do anything. I could Troubled Healer to sacrifice lands. It's probably not worth it. I'm so far ahead in lands. Then we draw a card from the Wall of Omens. Sand Scout is good. Keep off the Accord. No, I don't actually have a way to sacrifice my lands. I just skip past it and like, it doesn't really do anything. Welcoming Vampire is a really good option, I think. Okay, now we bonk into them. Let's maybe check with the Mishra's Bauble what's on top of our deck. I already have a Devastating Mastery, so Undo Inversion actually doesn't do very much. I think I'm just gonna play my Solemn. If I play Solemn now, I draw a card, a ramp, you know, like I just kind of like get quite a bit of... Oh fuck, no, I wanted to do that the other way around. Ah, no, alright, whatever. I mean, Undo Inversion isn't the worst thing. It's still a land after all. Guys, I'm going to the Command Fest in Bonn. There's an artist going there that has made a basic land cycle. Exactly, one of the artists going there has made a basic land cycle. And that is Sergei Gluzhakov, who has made one of the basic land cycles for OTJ. I currently have 3 of these, and I have the rest of the week to find the mountain in the swamp. The problem is that people hate OTJ, and I don't know if they have any idea where any of their OTJ cards are. So that's gonna be a journey this week. It's my little adventure right now. It's just like, can I get this? Is this possible? We'll see. All right, it seems that this Blade Graph Aspirant is gonna be the main attacker for a little while. Oh, there's just a lot of damage coming my way. 10? 10 is actually kind of okay, I guess. I'm okay with taking 10. 10 does not spook me all that much. Wait. Why did I take 20? What am I missing here? Double Strike? Oh, right, Inquisitor's Flail. Oh, man, I don't know. There's such a big stack. I don't know. Oh, fuck. Ah, shit. I should not have taken 20. 20 is too much. Oh, no, there goes my Blade of Selves. I mean, I guess that's fair. I can play Devastating Mastery. Is it gonna get countered is the question. I think that's what I do. Hey, via might, getting rid of my pennant. I mean, that's cute and all, but I played this in the wrong order. The pennant doesn't do anything. Like, I just played it in the wrong order. It's actually useless. So this is where we see Min now come into play, right? I think I'll return Ao into the command zone. Okay, let's see what we get hit by. 3 mana, Commander Sphere, and that's it. Well, that wasn't too bad. I would like to draw a card. Look at the top cards here. What do we have? Yeah, I think I grabbed the Welcome because it works well with Sand Scout. Unfortunately, I don't really have a great way of benefiting from the Sand Scout. Also, I called it! I said it! I knew it! Okay, we got mana. Also, we got a Sand Warrior. Let's go. Now that's gaming. There's Min again, and we're opting. So that makes another illusion. Yeah. And I'm getting hit for free. I really shouldn't have taken those 20 damage. In my defense, I thought it was 10. So with this, I can return a permanent card with mana value 2 or less from my graveyard to the battlefield. Which of course, could be a land. Or It could even be a Blade of Selves. Although with one less opponent, the Blade of Selves is actually less impressive. I'm just gonna get the Wall of Omens to get some guaranteed card draw this turn. Myria Angel is great. Bring in the big boy. Play the Soul Guide Lantern so I can get rid of the Stinkweed Imp. I mean, I feel like things are going pretty well. You can put a loyalty counter on target Jace Planeswalker. I always think it's so funny when cards have these very specific abilities that you don't actually use, and then for some reason it becomes relevant. Oh, is there anything better than that? If an opponent has more cards in hand than you, return Pulse of the Grid to its owner's hand. Interesting, okay. I think I do have more cards in hand than you, because I'm an addict. I can't help myself. I keep drawing cards. Probably take out Min. Min is, I think, immediately more threatening. Alright, go into our turn. I would like to play the Troubled Healer as well. Then I play Undo Sky Ruins, which makes me 1-1. But I need to get damage in over here. So let's do that. Alright, Min is back. She just really wants to be part of this whole situation. I think I'm actually gonna have to kill the player on the right first, because I don't think I can also kill Min at the same time with the Exquisite Blood on the board. Like, that just does not work. This is, by the way, why playing Exquisite Blood just by itself is really dangerous. What else am I gonna do? I can only kill you. If I try to kill anybody else, right? If I try to deal damage to anybody else, you're just healing. All right, 1 and 2. Jazal. You know, I can play the Guildless Commons, make a bird. Keep off the Accord is pretty cool. Then I tap this Surveyor Scope. I can activate Jazal twice right now. If I attack with everything, I can give +16/+16. Guaranteed on the left. It's not guaranteed on the right. I'm just gonna do it anyways. I'm hoping that the sheer quantity makes up for it. I'm not gonna do the math. Okay, we have made 6 mana. Oh shit, I'm wrong. Oh fuck, I thought that was 8. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I did the math wrong. No! Oh god, how much life are you gaining? 26, okay. We're probably still fine. When this creature enters target, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from among them without paying its mana cost. Target opponent mills 5 cards. Who, me? I guess I could... I guess it could be a sweeper. I don't play that many instants and sorceries, so I'm not like super worried. No, I think it just... No, there's a planar cleansing! Do you go for it? Well, I know what I'm doing then. I'm gonna go down a lot of lands here. Because I need to go down to 3 lands, because this guy only has 5 lands in play. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna go so poorly. Okay. Get our lands into play. Make some birds. Garcia's welcome. And then we feast within this. Generous gift. Sorry. Same card. No counterspell one time. No. Oh, you got me. You bamboozled me. You did it. Next time I should really do my math properly. Should've just killed Min. Oh no. This is... Oh no. Oh god, it's a disaster. I've messed up so bad. This is really not the deck's fault. This is my fault. Well, there goes. I think I'm just gonna grab the Smuggler's Share and hope that that somehow brings us back. So, what's the plan? Well, we're definitely playing Thespian Stage. And we're definitely making a copy of Lotus Field. And I think we then just go Rumor Gatherer, Keeper of the Accord. Gives us a Scry. Don't need this. I guess that's that. Are you just casting Min? That's wild. You just attacking somebody's... Oh, okay. No, it's not coming for me. I am really surprised by that. You have 5 HP. Think any chance they forgore? Everybody is making mistakes today. To me, these are the best Commander games though, right? It's not just about getting everything perfectly. Like, whatever. Let's fuck up a bit. That's fun. So that fungus man is now transforming into some kind of fungus monster, which is really disappointing because I like the little fungus man. Oh, it's just 3 fungus men stuck together with a lot of teeth, I guess, on mouths. Oh, Stickfingers is here. Oh fuck, Stickfingers is here. Oh no. We scry once. We don't need this. Retreat. This is the world's shittest Faladar retreat, by the way. This is Retreat to Emeria. It's the exact same thing, just worse in every imaginable way. Alright, I'm sorry, buddy. Time to say goodbye. This time for real. Okay, is this where we lose to the stick fingers that missed the turn 1 land drop? Intentionally, but still missed? I think so. Oh no. I thought I had 8 mana. They actually only need a singular removal spell. If they get rid of Mangara, I am dead on board. No! No, I fucking lost again. And I don't deserve better. That's the worst part. Ah, GG. You got us. GG. So that was a lot of fun, but we didn't really get to do any Landfall stuff. So here's a clip of me doing Landfall stuff. Okay. All right. So here's our board state. It's looking a little bit spooky. All right. Retreat to Emiria. Play our Scavenger Grounds. Creatures I control get +1/+1. Combat. All right. Time to cast our trump card. We're casting Cosmic Intervention. All right. Then we tap all of our stuff. We sack all of our lands. This is gonna take a moment because unfortunately MTGO is slow if it comes to this. Alright, planar cleansing. One of the players left, that's fine. We've been sitting here evolutionary leaping for a while. You might notice they've got 13 minutes left, I've got 31. We got rid of the board, we go into our instead. Ahaha! So we want all of our lands to come in last. We get Retreat to Emiria, Keeper of the Accord, Cartographer's Hawk, Dunes of the Dead. We make a 1/1 white core. We'll make another 1/1 white core. How about another 1/1 white core? A 1/1 white core. Wait! Oh no! MTGO! What the fuck? I just made all of these guys, right? I would have been able to sacrifice all of my lands again and bring them back again in their instead. But MTGO forgot. They would have been able to get a lot more of these. Well, now we're just kind of hoping our opponent can't put up a board big enough. Oh man, if MTGO hadn't messed this up, I would have so many more of these stupid tokens. We got him. They gave up. Nice. That was fun. Oh, I love that deck. It's just absolutely fantastic. This is one of my own decks that I have in real life, that I play in real life all the time. Although my personal list looks a little bit different. Oh, not that much different. It's like 3 or 4 cards that I've exchanged to make it budget. I play like 4 cards that are expensive and everything else is pretty much exactly the same. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I definitely appreciate that. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. There you can find the deck list as well as support me directly, which I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.